Hello there. The topic today is the parametric tests, and we are going to simplify the term parametric tests. Now, to simplify it, we need to be acquainted with uh, certain keywords or certain terms that are associated with parametric tests or that are associated with statistics. First of all, uh, we can describe a population. What a population is in statistics, it simply refers to every individual of interest. So for a researcher, the population is every individual, everything of interest from where he or she can get the data, and that is the population. Now what a parameter is? A parameter is any measurable quantity that describes an aspect of the population of interest. So it's important that a parameter is always measurable. It is quantified. It can be anything. So uh, anything that can be measured and which describes an aspect of the population of interest is a parameter. So a population can have a number of parameters according to the interest, according to our interests. So we'll see that in the examples in the coming slides. So let's see that. Before that, more about parameter. A parameter helps us to define and classify a particular event, object, situation, etc. So uh, this parameter, it helps us to define and classify a population. So this thing helps us to mm, classify, categorize, or define a particular event, object, situation, etc. Okay, I think that is easy to understand. After that, a parameter is an element that is useful in evaluating performance, status, condition, etc. of its population. Now we will see in the examples what this means, that a parameter is useful and it evaluates the performance, the status, and the condition, etc. of its population. So moving forward, the examples is a good example, and here the population is the total number of cars in a city. In a certain city, the total number of cars, we take that as a population. Now what could be the parameters? Well, one of the parameters here is the number of red cars in the city. Now the parameter is the number, it's a number of red cars in the city. That is the count of red cars in the city, or count of a certain color in the city is the parameter here. After that, number of cars of brand X, it's again number of cars. So number of cars of a certain brand is the parameter in the example number 2, or the parameter 2. Moving forward, percentage of cars with insurance. Now what is that? Now we are discussing the count of cars, but now we have moved from the count to percentage. So it's a different tool of measurement. So here we have measured the parameter with the help of another tool, and it's a percentage. Now there can be n number of parameters of the same population, that is the total number of cars in the city. So after discussing these three, I think it must have been easy to comprehend this. Moving forward, very good example. Another population that's of interest. Number of adults in a certain region. Number of adults in a region is the population. So for a researcher, uh, the population is number of adults in a region. Now, various parameters can be drawn from this population as we did in the previous example, and some of them are here. It is number of people. Number of people, so it's again counting. So number of people above the age of 50 years. Here the parameter is number of people. Number of people, count of people. Now after that, is second thing, second parameter can be the mean age of adults. So of mean age of all the adults is the parameter here. So here the parameter can be specified as mean. So we need the mean of what? Of the age of the adults, of all the adults in the region. After that, the percentage of people. Now again, this measurement is measurement of its measurement tool, percentage, and it's percentage of people who are literate. So we are not taking the number of people who are literate, but the percentage of people who are literate. So what comes in here? I think ratio scale comes into play here. Well, we won't go into that thing yet, but we know that percentage of people who are literate, that is literacy rate or percentage of literates in the number of adults in a region, can be another parameter. So what is the parameter here? It is a percentage of literates. Thank you, and see you in the next video.